This year's British round, organised by the Waterlooville Club, has got a really tough course near Petersfield, where, as ever, the object of the exercise is to get through the 42 marked sections without putting your feet on the ground. Britain's top rider is Steve Saunders, so he's the man to forecast today's winner.
I think there's 5 riders really that can win. There's Jordi Tarras from Spain, Thierry Michel from France, Donato Miglio from Italy, me hopefully from England, and Lejeune from Belgium. I think that's 5 good riders, and possibly Bossis also from Italy.
6 men in particular to watch then, all of them in bright colourful clothes and riding bikes weighing about 200 pounds with mostly 250cc two-stroke engines producing some 20 horsepower and costing around £2,000. And to ride them properly, you've got to be a bit of an acrobat. Here's the world champion, Spaniard Jordi Tarras. He started his two-wheel career as a BMX rider, but he now rides an Italian Beta. This is 3 times world champion Belgian Eddy Lejeune, who's already won 33 world championship trials, mostly on a Honda, although he now rides a 350cc Spanish Merlin. Yet another nationality, Italian Donato Miglio. He rides one of the popular Italian Fantic machines and was 5th in Spain, round 1 of the championship. And here's a Frenchman, the brilliant Thierry Michel, world champion in 1985 and 86. 3 times winner of the Scottish 6 Days trial and leading this year's World Championship. Obviously then, a favourite for today.
My bike is very good. The engine, I think, is good for this kind of sections. But I think he's a rider. Steve Saunders has the same bike as me. He has a very good bike. The Fantic is okay in the mud. I think the engine is good. But I think the rider will make the difference.
76 of the world's best on highly specialised machines. High exhaust to clear the ground. High torque engines for pulling power. Upright handlebars for standing on the footrests. Very lightweight and disc brakes. Definitely not your average road bike. They start singly at intervals, and it can take 7 hours to ride a tough course like this. That's in good weather. And here the skies are definitely friendly. So, into the British round of the 1988 World Championship Series. And this is what trials riding is all about. Can he get up the hill? And the answer is no. The dreaded wheel spin sets in, down goes the rider, and the crowd really appreciates good riding here. This is Andrew Crodina on the amazingly named Spanish Gas. And he needs a bit more of that, apparently. Tarras watches, 3rd in Spain, the reigning world champion. And this is the man to watch, Steve Saunders, riding very early round the left-hander, drops downhill, 250cc Fantic. He's riding 5 times British champion. Won this event last year and the year before. And that is a brilliant climb. Much to the relief of Steve Saunders, and that's his minder on the right, the man who's there to help him in all sorts of ways. Jordi Tarras, the world champion. This is the same section. Let's see how he takes it in comparison with Steve Saunders. Saunders riding a Fantic, Tarras riding a 250cc Beta. 3rd in the first round of the series this year in Spain. Oh, he's struggling. 1 foot down. He loses a point for that. Just 1 mark lost. Saunders lost no marks. Tarras has lost 1 mark, and if you stop altogether, you lose 5 marks. Now let's have a look at another series. And this is typical of modern trials riding. You are allowed to quite literally heave the machine around to get your line right, provided you do not take your feet off the rests, provided you do not go outside the tapes, and then you can make a dash for it. see him heave the bars round, get the front wheel round to the left hand. He's footing his way out. That's 3 marks lost. Now this is Thierry Michaud on the 250 Fantic, the double world champion. That hill is a lot steeper than it looks, and it's all too easy to go into the crowd if you get your timing wrong. But now he's got to line the bike up and go for the climb. Round the tree, stopped it beautifully at the top there, out of the section, no marks lost, clean. Now here's another section. You can see from the tapes the way it goes, and it is a very tricky one. Saunders has got to tackle some tree roots here, very difficult to get across. Almost across, down. That is a complete fail, 5 marks lost. Those trees were brought down by the hurricane, and they've now brought down Steve Saunders. So now, the champion, Jordi Tarish, is he going to get across? It's going to be a miracle man that can get across these tree roots. They're very, very slippery. And Tarish is not that miracle man. And he's not very pleased either. Saunders through and failed. Tarish through and failed. Now what about Michaud? So very nearly, if he could have just kept going there, he would have lost 3 marks. As it is, he's lost 5. And there's the proof. Very knowledgeable crowd here. And this is Diego Bossis, the Italian. Different section. Italian champion, 4th in the Spanish round, 2nd in the World Championship last year. He's got to come up this hill and then change direction. Let's see how he does it. Up the hill. Masterly. Comes to almost to a complete standstill. Heaves the front wheel round, lines it up, wriggles round the tree. Another tricky turn, and another one. If you get your line wrong, you see, you hit a tree root, and you can be thrown off altogether. But Bossis goes through. No marks lost there. That was a fine bit of riding.